Okay, well, it's the 10th, Monday, and I'll show you a couple of things that we finished yesterday. You notice that's got a little tack on it right there, and right there, and right there, and right there. Ain't gonna move anymore. And show you if I can. Got finished with all of these areas here in the trunk. Got finished. Sorry, I hit the wrong thing. Accidentally hit the stop button. We finished all these patches in the trunk, weld patches in the trunk, and I actually cleaned up the area on the other side of it, the already painted area. There was some little, pimples from the weld sticking through. Got all that done and painted. And today I've been out here for, I don't know, 2.5 hours, 2 hours anyway. Let me see. Yeah, about 2 hours. Finishing this nasty, dirty, messy job. Look at that. That floor was clean when I got in the car. And half of this, the left side, from the tunnel over to the left side here, still needed to be cleaned. So what you're looking at here is from that side. Like I said, I think that was probably a sound deadening paint. It was not an undercoat, but it was a very thick, kind of a soft coating. So I'm pretty sure it was a sound deadening for under the seat to keep some of the noise down. But anyway, that nasty, dirty, rotten job is done. That's as clean as I'm going to make it, which is, a ton cleaner than it used to be. So, now I can vacuum it out and start the prep process as far as getting it, wipe it all clean, use some lacquer thinner or wax and grease remover or whatever. Get it ready for paint to go on there so the paint sticks. Like I said, on the bare stuff, which is all of this, I'm going to use a self-etching primer. And then I'll probably go over that with a primer surfacer just to make sure any top coat I put on there sticks. And in here I think I'm going to use Rust-Oleum. I'm not going to use anything special. I'm going to use a cheaper paint than what I'm doing the part you look at, the underneath part. Because here I'm only concerned with kind of preserving the metal. I'm going to put that, I can't remember what you call that, sound deadening stuff. I've got the kit that does the floor, the carpeted part of the floor, where the carpet goes, under between the back seat and the front seat, under the front seat, and up to the dashboard, up to the firewall. I've got the kit to do that. I'm going to add the section that does this part under the back floor, so it will be hopefully it'll be kind of quiet in here. But I need, like I said, I need a nice surface because it's self-stick. It's it's all little pieces that fit all the different areas, and you peel it and stick it, so you can't have a dirty, nasty surface. But anyway, that's next. Like I said, I'm vacuuming this out right now. And then I'm going to remask what I like. The back window here is covered on the outside, but it's not covered on the inside. So I have to mask that, make sure there's no holes in any of this plastic because it's been up here for a while. Do the trunk. clean up the area around the opening for the lid. I've got to make that make a line there, you know, so a paint cutoff line, because the trunk's going to be black on the inside instead of body color. All right, so like I said, that's nice, isn't it? Man, what a chore. I'm glad that's done. You can't believe how glad I am that that's done. Oh, you know what? I got to do the top of that. See, that one's clean. That ridge, that's where the seat locates. This side's still gray. Not that it matters. It was clean when I painted it. I don't think I'm going to do anything with it now that I think of it. I'll just go over it with the primer when I do the other side, when I do the rest. Because that was clean when I painted it, when I did the rest of this floor. Anyway, thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Bye. Okay. Well, it's what? It's Wednesday, the 12th. And we've tidied up the masking a bit. You remember this piece over here on the bumper was all full of holes, so that got replaced, and I looked over the whole rest of the car and either got rid of, replaced, or put some tape over any other holes I found. It went over did this a little better, so now I can make when I paint the trunk black, that little edge will get painted black and the rest will be blue. In other words, the rain gutter section will be blue, so when you open the lid, or even when the lid's closed, if you look in there, can see in there at all, it'll be blue. And you can see here I finished getting the rest of those panels clean, and I did the wax and grease remover, and half hour ago finished putting some self-etching primer on the bare stuff, which you can see is most of it. I actually took one of those dusting brushes, those dusting brushes you see everybody using at the car shows. They look kind of like a mop. I have two of those. I have one for this car and one for a car that we don't have anymore. We don't own anymore, but I cleaned all the dust off of the masking, off the visqueen with it, so that that dust isn't flying around all over the place every time air moves around in here. So looks a whole lot better, I have to say. That thing was pretty black. Anyway, so we got, like I said, a self-etching primer. Tomorrow I'll probably go over most of this, at least yeah, I think I'll go over most of this. I believe the floor here is self-etch primer too. That was last year when I got that coat of paint on there, and I used 2 cans of primer, but I don't remember which can I finished with. The top layer was. So I'll go over it. There's some on there now anyway where those patches were. The metal patches were. So I'll go over that. I'll go over the whole thing with some primer surfacer, I think the same color, but at least it'll be consistent. It'll be all gray and then it'll be all black. So anyway, made some progress. See, the back window got taped up. And like I said, all this taping in here, all this masking in here. The dashboard got closed up again. Hello. And we got a first coat of primer on it. See you later. Thanks for watching. Okay, well, it's Sunday. The 16th, I believe, is the date. And it looks like, we've made a little progress this week. Got this trunk painted. I think that's done. That's that black trim paint. Yeah, I think this is, primed this with self-etching, went over it with the primer surfacer, and then did the trim paint. There's 2 to 3 fairly wet coats of that trim paint on there. The inside, I haven't done anything yet. I think I'm going to hold off on that because we're going to be in and out of there quite a bit still. It's primed. I got it all primed with the primer surfacer, so it's ready for top coat. But I think I'm going to hold off on the top coat until a little later. I'll cover that area, that hole there, so I don't get overspray into the trunk when I paint it. There is a cardboard piece that goes over the back of that to cover the back of the seat, separate the seat area from the trunk. And I will get one of those. I don't have that ordered yet, but I did look it up and there is one. See, I got the sheet here to act as a drop cloth, catch some of the overspray. That area now is all, I think it's on another segment, that area is all primed now too. So there we are. That's our progress for this week. Don't think you're going to see a whole lot more progress probably for the next 2 or 3 weeks because there's going to be other stuff going on. I'm not going to have much time to work on this. So for now, thanks for watching. See you later.